Minecraft in the United States in one weekend made more money than Snow White has made globally after 3 weekends. That's how bad it is right now.
I don't think they're gonna buy it. I don't think they're gonna watch it. I don't think they're gonna like it.
When we look, you can see families were more than willing to go to the box office to support something like the Minecraft movie, while Rachel Zegler's Snow White continues to plunge.
She's literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is? Meanwhile, the experience at Minecraft goes something like this.
Chicken
Every single one of these reviews is just absolutely brutal. And what you also need to know is that these are not politically driven reviews. I mean, most of them are from the camp that should be supporting Disney, that should be behind this new progressive take on Snow White, and yet they can't because the film is apparently just that bad.
But it says, meanwhile, over in the kingdom of crumbling crowns, Disney's Snow White dropped like an enchanted apple,
saying that audiences will always line up to see her no matter what she does.
Every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
You know what's interesting about all this is that the only person waiting in line to see Snow White was Rachel Zegler.
Once upon a time, Disney stood tall as the unchallenged ruler of family entertainment. Every film a hit, every character iconic. But now, that once mighty kingdom just got obliterated by blocks. Yes, you read that right. Minecraft, the pixelated video game beloved by kids and streamers alike, just absolutely destroyed Disney's much-hyped Snow White remake at the box office. It wasn't just a loss, it was a full-on massacre. A film made of literal cubes came out swinging and left Disney's reimagined fairytale in the dirt. And leading the wreckage? None other than Rachel Zegler, an actress who may have just gone from rising star to public enemy number one in the world of fantasy cinema.
Snow White, of course, famously played by the insufferable girl boss narcissist, who's just clinical at this point.
As fans cheer Minecraft's surprise triumph, Zegler is facing the backlash of a lifetime. With headlines roasting her interviews, audiences rejecting her portrayal, and theaters going quiet, it's clear something major has shifted. The magic's gone, and in its place, a PR disaster wrapped in a box office bomb. So how did it all go so wrong for Disney, and so right for Minecraft? Let's dive in.
You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken?
First, let's talk about the billion-dollar blunder that started it all. This wasn't just any film for Disney. This was Snow White, the film that built the empire, the 1937 animated classic that launched Walt Disney Studios into legend. It's not just a story, it's a cultural artifact, a crown jewel, practically bulletproof, or so we thought. But Disney didn't play it safe. Instead, they rolled the dice on a bold reimagining, complete with a rewritten script, reworked themes, and a lead actress who seemed more interested in roasting the original than honoring it.
And of course, this weekend, Minecraft came out, which has absolutely dominated the box office, done significantly better than analysts even projected. And now we're finding out that Snow White has officially crossed $160 million.
Enter Rachel Zegler. Instead of promoting the film with charm or excitement, Zegler launched into a media tour that felt more like a TED Talk on why Snow White needed to be corrected. She dismissed the original as creepy, criticized the prince as a stalker, and doubled down on her belief that the film's legacy was outdated. Now sure, everyone's entitled to an opinion, but when you're starring in one of the most beloved fairy tales in cinema history, publicly mocking it is like lighting a match in a fireworks factory, and then acting surprised when it explodes.
Warner Brothers' Minecraft movie versus Disney's Snow White, which in theory should be quite a battle, but it's not even a fair fight. And it's pretty hysterical actually to watch.
There's no way that Snow White is going to recover.
While Disney was unraveling decades of goodwill, Warner Brothers was quietly assembling one of the most unexpected hits in recent memory, a Minecraft movie. No Oscar bait, no preachy messaging, no political landmines, just a film inspired by a game about mining, building, and surviving. Critics didn't take it seriously. Analysts predicted a modest performance. Some even laughed it off as a kids' movie with no story. And then came opening weekend. Boom, $300 million worldwide. In just a few days, Minecraft demolished projections and left Snow White's $77 million box office return looking like loose change. It wasn't just a win, it was a humiliation. A film made of blocks. No fairytale magic, no A-list cast. Outclassed Disney's most iconic property without breaking a sweat.
And of course, this weekend, Minecraft came out, which has absolutely dominated the box office, done significantly better than analysts even projected. And now we're finding out that Snow White has officially crossed $160 million.
So, it got destroyed at the box office. Here's the box office numbers. The Minecraft movie made $60 million on Saturday. Snow White made $2.
By Saturday night, memes were flooding social media. Snow White needed 7 dwarfs. Minecraft needed none. Rachel Zegler. I don't need a prince. Box office. You might have needed a better movie. Disney. We reimagined magic. Minecraft. Hold my pickaxe. Ouch. So what really killed Snow White? It wasn't just bad press. It wasn't even the woke discourse that swirled around it. It was the attitude. Fans didn't feel celebrated, they felt lectured. Instead of being invited into a world of magic and nostalgia, audiences were told the old fairy tale was problematic, outdated, and wrong. And Zegler? She became the poster child for that shift. Her smug interviews, her jabs at the source material, her constant detachment from the story, it all added up. Instead of becoming Disney's next princess, she became a symbol of what fans felt was going wrong with the studio's modern direction. And fans made their feelings loud and clear by staying home.
Turned over $157 million while earning another $144 million internationally. The Minecraft video game was introduced in 2011 and sold more than 300 million copies. So it actually has a fan base, user base, people that care about it. In theory, Snow White should as well. Snow White's the movie that made Disney, the studio. They should have been more cautious and careful with their own IP. It's $1 billion IP. The Disney Snow White, faithfully adapted, would have made $1 billion.
Once the dust settled and the premiere flopped, things got ugly. Photos emerged of Rachel Zegler posing alone on red carpets. Theaters were half empty. Buzz was non-existent. What should have been a cultural moment became a quiet, awkward stumble. And Zegler? She wasn't handling it well. Insiders claimed she was furious, not just at the critics, but at the fans themselves. Behind the scenes, she allegedly blamed the audience for being too regressive to appreciate the film's message. Others say she lashed out at reviewers, accusing them of misinterpreting her performance. But here's the thing, even people who agreed with her politics couldn't defend the movie. That's how bad it got.
Interesting about all of this is that the only person waiting in line to see Snow White was Rachel Zegler.
You'd expect a company like Disney to step in and take control of the narrative. Maybe clarify Zegler's statements, apologize to fans, or at least redirect the attention. But instead, crickets. Not a word from the Mouse House. No PR statement. No course correction. Just an awkward corporate silence as their star floundered and their legacy IP got dragged through the mud. It was like watching a slow-motion car crash, and the driver's asleep at the wheel. Let's not sugarcoat it. This wasn't just a box office disappointment. It was a full-scale collapse. Snow White 2025 was supposed to reignite Disney's live-action success. Instead, it became a warning sign. Investors are panicking, creative teams are shaken, and fans? They're checking out. Because this movie didn't just fail, it failed loudly. And worse, it failed needlessly. A respectful remake could have dominated the charts. But instead, Disney let its star turn the film into a battleground, and they're paying the price. Meanwhile, over at Warner Brothers, they're popping champagne, stacking Minecraft cash, and basking in the glow of a surprise juggernaut that didn't need controversy to win hearts. Just fun.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
Of course, the internet didn't hold back. Memes, TikToks, reaction videos, even former Disney animators and staff began speaking up. One viral post read, "When your actress hates the movie and the audience hates the actress, what exactly are we doing here?" Another comment that blew up. Minecraft made more in 3 days than Snow White will make in its lifetime. Let that sink in. Rachel Zegler became the main character of an online pylon. And it wasn't pretty. From Twitter to Reddit, from YouTube essays to Instagram Reels, the verdict was unanimous. This wasn't just a flop. It was a cultural moment, one where the audience stood up and said, "Enough." So what's next for Rachel Zegler and Disney? For Disney, it's a wake-up call, maybe even a reckoning. They gambled everything on a modernized fairy tale and lost. The message from fans is loud and clear. Stop lecturing us. Stop rewriting classics. And start respecting the magic again. And Zegler, she's facing the harshest kind of spotlight. Once seen as the next big star, she's now a cautionary tale. Casting directors are reportedly backing off. PR teams are scrambling. And unless she pulls off a complete rebrand, she may forever be known as the actress who sang Snow White.
Literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is?
This isn't just about two movies. It's about a shift in culture. A tale of two films, one built from blocks, the other built on broken trust. One celebrated what fans love, the other lectured them for it. And the results? As clear as daylight. Minecraft reminded us that simplicity, fun, and passion still win. Snow White reminded us what happens when legacy is treated like a liability. So maybe the real lesson here is simple. Audiences aren't asking for reinvention, they're asking for respect. Because magic doesn't need a reboot. It just needs heart. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more spicy breakdowns of Hollywood chaos, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single meltdown. And tell us in the comments below, Team Minecraft or Team Snow White, who really wore the crown? Because in the kingdom of box office royalty, only one survived the battle. And spoiler alert, it wasn't the one with CGI goblins.